Howdy, howdy, everybody. It is Crystal Green. Today is May 11th of 2021. I am documenting my Bible reading on Facebook electronically, also posting a few on my, um, YouTube channel. Just started downloading videos onto that as well. And it's been pretty cool. I have learned a lot in the past year. So thank you, COVID. One thing I did benefit from COVID is digging into the Bible even deeper. Started April 7th of 2020 of digging and asking why and researching more in the Bible. And I actually came to the same place a month and a day later, if I remember correctly. And that would have been May 8th of 2021, the same place in the Bible where I started. So, right about there. I could be wrong by a couple of days, but very cool stuff to learn. Today's Power 3 reading, because my church does a Power 3 reading, 3 chapters every day. He gets through the Bible in just over a year. Bible reading today is 2 Kings chapters 4 through 6. So, Elisha, Elisha, not Elijah. Elisha raises the Shunammite's son. So her son is dead. And this is something she didn't ask for fear of a broken heart. Elisha tells her she will have a son. Now, this is the woman who has built this comfortable room so that whenever he is in town, knowing that he is a man of God, he will have a place to stay. And she says, don't trick with me. Don't mess with me. This isn't something I want to do. And he says, no, you're going to be blessed with a child. So, quote, I'm going to do the quote first. Quote, now when she came to the man of God at the hill, she caught him by the feet, but Gehazi came near to push her away. But the man of God said, let her alone. For her soul is in deep distress, and the Lord has hidden it from me and has not told me. This is 2 Kings chapter 4, verse 27. So, as you read through the chapter or read through this part of the story, you find out that her son passes away. And this is the same son that she said, don't trick me like this. I can't handle it. I wanted one, but I'm not going to ask for one. Gets blessed with one, gets the joy of raising him, and he dies. She comes back to him. Elisha, look at this. Didn't I tell you I didn't want this? And my heart is broken. I am broken. But man, give me a second here. He has to go back. He chooses to go back to his bed, which is where she laid her son, on Elisha's bed. And he's laid head to head, eye to eye, mouth to mouth, body to body, walking back and forth, pacing step by step, back and forth in the room, downstairs, and coming back to this child. And slowly but surely his body warms and he comes back to the living. Now, the pacing back and forth in the room, that step-by-step process that Elisha did, the effort Gehazi put forth to run ahead and follow Elisha's instructions before that, the woman composing herself, because in my Bible it says, when Elisha says, hey, is everything okay? How's your son? How's your husband? And she said, it is well. But before reminding Elisha that she didn't want this pain, was this whole process to stretch Elisha and increase his faith in addition to increasing her faith, right? Kind of a twofold thing, because if God didn't tell him and God didn't make him aware of the pain that the reason why she was unhappy and the reason why she was distressed, and Elisha had so much detailed connection with God, then something's amiss. And my thought is, how would he not know if God wanted him to stretch deeper into his faith, work more, not because that's how he's going to earn it, but to stay at his connection, to work and work and work by prayer and prayer and prayer and meditation, to pray over this child, to bring him back to life. Stretching his faith, in the process stretching hers. Naaman's leprosy healed. Now, I remember reading through Naaman last year, and I've always loved and appreciated the story of Naaman. But I see a little difference in connection to the Shunammite's son. So Naaman, commander of the army of Syria, was a great and honorable man in the eyes of his master, because by him and the Lord had given victory to Syria. He was also a mighty man of valor, but a leper. That's 2 Kings chapter 5, verse 1. It's very specific on what he has done, that he holds honor. Very specific that he holds honor, that God blessed him with the hand of being able to give victory to Syria. But his king was also so grateful and aware of his valor, but he had leprosy, which may not have been the same type of leprosy that we think of, may have been a whitening of the skin. We'll get into, we read further into that, because you should be delving into Bible, right? But Naaman's, the Israelite servant that he had, directed him to the prophet Elisha in Samaria. Quote, then the king of Syria said, go now, and I will send a letter to the king of Israel. So he departed and took with him 10 talents of silver, 6,000 shekels of gold, and 10 changes of clothing. This is all finances, right? This is expensive. Clothing is expensive. And then he brought the letter to the king of Israel, which said, now be advised when this letter comes to you that I have sent Naaman, my servant, to you, that you may heal him of his leprosy. 2 Kings chapter 5, verse 5 and 6. He misunderstood, not understanding that he was supposed to see Elisha. The king just went to the next king thinking, how am I supposed to heal him? And of course, king of Israel's like, how am I supposed to heal him? The things that we learn, right? But a man of valor with leprosy, choosing to be part of his miracle. I remember that last year thinking, wow, he had to actually be part of the miracle. He had to choose to go down to the river and dip 7 times to be washed clean. He was upset that it wasn't a cleaner river, and you think of all the miracles that Jesus' hand was over. He had to tell someone, you need to go and do this, wipe your eyes, go bathe in the pool, get up, pick up your mat and walk. We have to do our part in that. We have to be willing, right? We have to be willing to be part of it if we're seeking that miracle. But this year, recognizing the need of community in both Naaman's story and the Shunammite woman's story during our time with physical distancing, health fears, separation, loneliness. How have we craved community? I mean, it took Naaman, the servant of Naaman, who was an Israelite, the king of Syria, the king of Samaria, and Elisha, all involved to assist Naaman, right? The Shunammite woman. I mean, we're talking Gehazi, we're talking Elisha, those who had the servant who had brought the son to the Shunammite woman, right, to his mother. All of these people put together, they assisted community. We were made to be together. We were made to lean upon each other, to converse, to mentor, to seek out, to fellowship, to encourage, not to downtrodden, not to belittle, to support, to love upon. I mean, think about the character of God. That's what we're craving to look like, to move to be, not to look like on the outside, but from the inside out. Right? So that's what I'm learning differently this year, is the community between both stories, that it took more than just one to come together to help move someone forward, to help bring someone lifted up higher into God's light, to guide them, because there are big changes that happens. Look what happened to the Shunammite woman. She regained her son again. And Naaman, became a follower of God. He said, just do me a favor. Please just forgive me for bowing down with my king because that is his God. But from now on, you are my God. And God was like, that's good. You know, Elisha was like, so be it. So be it. Be in your reading. Be encouraging. Kind words. It's not just something you see on a t-shirt. It's how we live our day-to-day life. Some days we have good days, some days we're not so great, but the more we focus on his character, the easier it is for us to remember to add that to our character and improve our character by moving closer to God. Stay in your relationship, stay in your Bible reading, and may your day be blessed and surprisingly awesome tomorrow. Bye.